Okay, back again. This is actually in chapter 5 of A Course of Love. This one is titled Relationship, and I'm just going to skip around here just a little bit. It is in every joining, every entering into that love exists. Every joining, every entering into is preceded by a suspension of judgment. Thus, what is judged cannot be joined nor entered into where it can be understood. What is judged remains outside of you, and it is what remains outside that calls you to do what love would call you not to do. What remains outside is all that has not joined with you. What has joined with you becomes real in the joining, and what is real is only love. And I'm skipping ahead now to 5.23. All your efforts to be an individual are concentrated on the life of your body. Your concentration on the life of your body is meant to keep your body separate. Overcoming is your catchphrase here as you struggle to overcome all the adversity and obstacles that would keep you from having what you think you want to have. This is your definition of life, and while it remains, it defines the life you see as real. It presents you with 1,000 choices to make, not once, but many times, until you believe that your power of choice is a fantasy and that you are powerless indeed. You thus narrow what you want and go after it with single-minded determination, believing the only choice within your control is what to work hard to obtain. If you let all the world recede and concentrate on this one choice, you reason that you are bound to eventually succeed. This is the extent of your faith in your own ability to maneuver this world that you have made. And if you finally do succeed, your faith is seen as justified. The cost is not examined nor acknowledged. Yet when this faith is realized, the cost becomes quite real. Rather than feeling as if you have gained, feelings of loss will now be what you fight to overcome. What have you done wrong, you wonder? Why are you not satisfied with all you have achieved? This getting what you want that drives your life is proven time and time again to not be what you want once you have achieved it. Yet you think when this occurs that you have simply chosen the wrong thing, and so choose another and another, not stopping to realize that you choose among illusions. You are so surprised that you have not found happiness in what you seek. You continue living life as a test, driving yourself to follow one accomplishment with another, sure that the next one or the next will be the one to do the trick. A trick that is indeed, for what has once failed to work will surely fail again. Stop now and give up what you think you want. Stop now and realize your reaction to these words, the strength of your resistance. Give up what you want? This is surely what you have expected God to ask of you and what you have spent your lifetime guarding against. Why should you make this sacrifice? What then would your life be for? You want so little, really. How can you be asked to give this up? You do want little, and only when you realize this can you proceed to claim everything that is yours. For every joining, every union that you enter into, your real world is increased, and what is left to terrify you decreased. This is the only loss that union generates. And it is a loss of what was merely illusion. As union begins to look more attractive to you, you are beginning to wonder how it comes about. There must be some secret you do not know. What is the difference, you ask, between setting a goal and achieving it, and joining with something? These do not have to be two separate things, but are made so by your choice. The choice to achieve what you will on your own. This is all the difference there is between union and separation. Separation is all you perceive on your own. Union is all that you invite me into and share with God. You cannot be alone nor without your Father, yet your invitation is necessary for your awareness of this presence. As I once was, you are both human and divine. What your human self has forgotten, your real self retains for you, waiting only for your welcome to make it known to you once more. God is known to you within relationships, as this is all that is real here. God cannot be seen in illusion, nor known to those who fear him. All fear is fear of relationships, and thus fear of God. You can accept terror that reigns in another part of the world because you feel no relationship to it. It is only in relationship that anything becomes real. This you realize, and so you strive to keep far from you all that in relationship with you would add to your discomfort and your pain. To think that any relationship can cause terror, discomfort, or pain is where you err in thinking of relationship. You think that to come in contact with violence is to have a relationship with it. This is not so. If this were so, you would be joined to all you come in contact with, and the world would be heaven indeed, as all you see became blessed by your holiness. That you move through your world without relating to it in any way is what causes your alienation from the heaven it can be. Remember now, one lovely day for each of you has had at least one that was a shining light in a world of darkness. A day in which the sun shone on your world and you felt part of everything. Every tree, every flower welcomed you. Every drop of water seemed to refresh your soul. Every breeze to carry you to heaven. Every smile seemed meant for you, and your feet hardly seemed to touch the soft ground on which you walked. This is what awaits you as you join with what you see. This awaits you as you place no judgment on the world, and in so doing join with everything and extend your holiness across a world of grief, causing it to become a world of joy. Earlier in this chapter, there was an exercise given. I'm going to see if I can find that quickly. Okay, so the exercise that is given in here, it says, dedicate your thought to union. When senseless thoughts fill your mind, when resentments arise, when worry comes, repeat the thought that comes to open your heart and clear your mind. I dedicate all thought to union. As often as you need to replace senseless thoughts, think of this and say it to yourself, not once, but 100 times a day if needed. You do not need to worry about what to replace your senseless thoughts with, as your heart will intercede by fulfilling its longing for union as soon as you have expressed your willingness to let it do so. As I read this the second time, I was impressed that to join, to have thoughts of union in any given situation, I may only be able to extend within and without, which isn't real anyway, but I'm going to say it that way for understanding and context, to extend a willingness to learn or to glean whatever I can from every situation, every moment. So it is not a process of the mind. It is a process of the heart, of the mind only so far as to have the thought when necessary. The thought of, allow me to see that which is beneficial to all. When we extend a willingness to seek union, and I'm going to say to seek union is really to seek truth, because when we seek union, the illusions of the world fall away, and the only thing that really we unite with is what is real, and that's what is left. So to seek union in every moment is to seek the kingdom, as we have heard in earlier texts. To seek the kingdom is to seek God. To seek union is to seek God. To seek union means remind me that I never left my source. Remind me that everything I see is just a part of me. Remind me that it is an opportunity. All experiences are an opportunity for us to remember what we really are, who we really are, and where we extend from. So I think that's it for this chapter for now. I may come back to something at a later date, but I think that's enough for now. And peace and love, may you be blessed.